What up? What up, Aquarius? Come out and play. Come out and play. What's happening, Aquarius? What up, y'all? It's your man ES the Hermit Star. This is the first reading I'm doing for the Aquarius sign. Alright, so if you are Sun, Moon, or Rising Aquarius, like me, Rising Aquarius, so got a special place in my heart for y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Aquarius folks out there. This is your general reading for the first week of September. You know, before we get into everything here, if you are brand new, hit that subscribe. But but no, if you are brand new, do that, of course. But also, before I get into the reading here, I'd like to, when I feel as though there's a special download that is meant for me to share to the signs that I read for the day, I like to share that message for the signs. So I get into that. I do that first, and then we'll get into an actual quote that I receive, because I receive these daily quotes. So I read that, and then we'll get into the actual tarot read. So let's start from the download. So this is my room, by the way, where I'm doing this, and I mentioned that because I prefer to do the readings for all the signs, but all other readings that I prefer to do these readings in my dining room. And unfortunately today I am not home alone. People are here. And I do not, no matter your sign, I do not want other people's energies all up in your mix when I'm doing your reading. I don't want people interrupting me. I don't want any of that. And nobody comes in my room without my say-so. So my space, my energy, my say-so, I am making it so that it is welcoming to you. And I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate you for watching right now. So with that being said, though, the message, the download that I got was make the best out of your situation. You know, let me put this light up. I always got to remind myself, because this laptop, for some reason, likes to alternate the light. But make the best out of your situation. Me personally, again, as I mentioned, I don't live alone, unfortunately. So, you know, roomies are here, and or at least one other roomie is here. But ideally, I'd like to be living alone, or at least living with a partner that I feel as though is worth living with. But so, you know, I can look at the situation. I told the other signs that I just completed their readings for. I told them this message, and I'm going to tell you, Aquarius, and we'll see if it applies to you or not. Just like with all the general readings, if it applies, it applies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the overall message being that, once again, make the best out of your situation. Now, you might be someone like me where your ideal situation is to have your own space, so you don't have to worry about other energies or other people that you don't want in your space at the time, or don't want your space in general all up in your space. But there are two ways you should look at the situation. Number one, look at what you can do right now to make sure that you get to the place that you want. Again, this could be physical place, or just place, like just in general, you know, and you know, figure of speech, speaking of place, whatever that thing is for you, Aquarius. I want you to do that. You know, that's your first part of your practice as far as the overall message. The second part being, how can you make your situation ideal now? Like, what good can you take from your unideal situation, and what can you do now? How can you look at it? What perspective can you look at it from? What actions can you take? Again, with me, with my room, obviously it's my room. It's my private space for the time being as I am here. But it can be a situation to where maybe you like to jazz up your room. What I did earlier was, and I was going to do this anyways, but I just thought Heck, this is the download I'm getting. Let me do it. Let me ponder on this while I'm cleaning my room. I did a deep clean of my room, just deeply cleaned and all the other stuff, right? Moved some things around, got rid of some stuff that I just felt was too much clutter, cleaned up everything essentially, I repurposed some things as well. So it's like, once I did that, it was like, okay, how can I create how I'm going to follow this download was to create an atmosphere that is ideal now in this unideal situation too. So when I am doing the work, again, because that's the other part, doing the work to make sure that you're in the situation that you desire, right? Once I do that, once I do that work, and once I get that work, get that desired outcome, I can bring what I have here over there, and that's just going to add to the overall aura, vibe, and satisfaction of what I am, what I just achieved, and what I want to continue to build upon. Whatever that is for you, Aquarius, once again, that is applicable to you. It might not be the same as me, but whatever is applicable to you, use that same mindset, those two mindsets of, okay, what can I do now to make the ideal situation, and what type of positive attitude I can have about where I am at right now. Okay, that was the download that I got. As I mentioned before, damn, Angel Reese, I see you. Shout out to Angel Reese. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. But the email that I got earlier this morning, again, I get these daily inspirational quotes. They're from Inspiring Quotes. I'm not sure. I kind of do remember when I signed up for this, but I kind of don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Either or. I've been getting these things for forever, honestly. And I thought, you know what? Let me incorporate them within my tarot readings, at least for the ones on YouTube. So today's message that I got was, there is no deeper desire than the desire of being revealed. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all, Aquarius. I have no idea what that quote means. I'm still processing that quote. The other two signs, I told them the exact same thing. I didn't take much time to ponder on it because I'm just focusing on getting these readings out for y'all. And then maybe later on in the day, because I did ponder on it on the bit. I got the quote when I was eating breakfast. So it wasn't like I was doing much of anything other than eating my eggs and pancakes. That's what I was doing. But I was pondering on it, and I'm like, I kind of understand what it means. But in the comment section below, I will have this quote and just all the quotes in general whenever I do the reading. Not all of them, but the daily quote, the quote of that day. I will have it that will always be the pinned comment. And I do so because I think it would be cool to have a conversation. Like, what does that quote mean to you? What do you think it means in general? If you don't want to engage with the quote, don't engage with it. Don't feel as though you have to. It's just something that is there to, encourage more engagement, encourage more thought process that's going on, within, your day. If you want to think about things and ponder on some more stuff. Let me take a sip of water. All right, before I get into your reading now. Aquarius, if anyone knows the importance of waters, it's Aquarius. All right, now let's get right into your reading. Again, general reading for the first month. Not first month. I was about to say first month of September. That's crazy if months were longer than 30 days, right? But the first week of September. All right, one formality. General readings. Well, personal readings and general. Well, general readings are done by me. So, yes, it is me. But I'm not going to DM you ever, is what I'm trying to say. I will not DM you regarding a personal reading, asking you if you want one, and then talking about, giving you some other stuff about how, your energy field is just so filled. None of that crap. None of that. All right? Number one, that's just not how I talk. That's it. Number two, I'm not going to well, that should have been number two. Number one, I don't DM you. Number two, I'm not gonna fake the funk and be like, oh, you just, nah, no, no. Not everybody who is, spiritually inclined talks the same, looks the same. I'm going to actually do a video on that in the future. But if there's anybody pretending to be me or your favorite tarot reader, I'm gonna get one more card, or at least one more card, Spirit. Message for Aquarius for this first week of September. But as I was saying before, anybody pretending to be me or your favorite tarot reader, block them. Report it. It's a scam. It's not real. That'll be that. And if you do want a personal reading from me, you have to DM me. All right, that will be in the description box below. More on that at the end of the video. But your first card is the Queen of Swords, right? Yeah, cups. My bad. Not swords, but cups. I'm blind without my glasses on, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to keep going. But nah, for real. Queen of Cups in reverse. So there's some people-pleasing aspect that you have, Aquarius. And you need to stop. You need to stop doing it. Not because you need to become a selfish B-word. It's because you are pleasing the wrong individuals. You're trying to do the most for someone or somebody or a group of people who don't deserve your queenness, who don't deserve your help, to be honest with you. And the other meaning of Queen of Cups is someone who is, very judgmental of themselves, someone who is blaming themselves, someone who isn't necessarily thinking straight, thinking clearly, self-victimizing. So because you're doing the most for these ungrateful bastards, these people who don't deserve your help, you are blaming yourself for whatever bad situations or unpleasant situations that you might find yourself in. And I'm here to tell you right now, as long as you stop, I almost dropped the card, but as long as you stop trying to please these folk, and of course do the rest of this reading and stuff, and then do some more personal work, of course. But it starts with this. This was your first card, so it starts with stop pleasing these folk. And it's, again, not to say don't be a selfish individual. If there are people who are going to be grateful for your support, grateful for your help, grateful that you're in their life in general, grateful that the fact that you're doing something to please them, don't stop pleasing those folks. But there are some ungrateful people. There's some grateful folks as well, but there's some ungrateful folks in your life. And it seems as though what Spirit is telling me to tell you is that there are some ungrateful folks in your life right now. If it applies, it applies. But there are some ungrateful people in your life right now that you're doing the most for, and you need to stop. You need to stop doing the most for these folks. You know what I'm saying? And stop blaming yourself for whatever bad situation that comes from people pleasing. Again, I'm a Virgo sun, but I'm an Aquarius rising. Nonetheless, I personally know what it is to go around people pleasing. And when you give your all to, and you're doing the most, and give your all to folks who don't deserve it, I know exactly how that feels. I know how bad it feels, but I also know how bad it feels when you start blaming yourself for the situations. I'm doing this for them, I'm trying to please them, and they still don't see me this way. They still don't like me, they still don't F with me, because they never wanted to mess with you in the first place, Aquarius. They never cared about you. Sure, if that thing that you're doing for them, if they can get it for free, as they are getting it for free from you, they're going to keep getting it, because obviously that's less money out of their pocket, or less time they have to spend, that's less energy. However, the free thing that they're getting from you is the thing that you're spending the most out of, or all of out of, they're getting it for free, or at least cheaper than they would have gotten it had you said, fuck you, worry about your own damn problems, or no, I'm not going to please you. If you were like this, and you was like, listen, I'm going to use the correct intuition about this individual and about this situation, and this doesn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Because Queen of Cups upright, when it's like this, it's about using your using intuition, and this is how it came here. So that does not mean that you don't have any sense of intuition, as I've mentioned in past readings before. Simply because a card might come like this does not mean it can't be this, and vice versa. Just because it might show up as this doesn't mean it can't be this either. It's really about how you respond to the energy that you now know is present. That's the thing that I want to do here, is introduce you to the energy that is present in your life right now, if it's applicable. And you would know if it's applicable because you get the energy and you're like, damn, this sounds like this situation. Damn, this sounds like this situation. That's exactly how this works. If it doesn't sound like a situation that is applicable for you, you're not the only Aquarius out there. And I'm glad. I'm glad that this doesn't seem like it's your energy, because if it is your energy, I want you once again to stop pleasing these ungrateful people in your life. That would be my advice to you. And if you don't have ungrateful people in your life that you're going the extra mile for, be mindful still about ungrateful people, ungrateful energy in your life in general. All right. Next, we have the Temperance in reverse. This is about desperation and being impulsive and being super excessive. Once again, I believe you are going the extra mile for, who is this person, yo? Aquarius, talk to me. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't know me like that, but talk to me. Who is this person, or who are these people you're going the extra mile for? Because these people clearly don't deserve you. They don't. I'm keeping it real with you. Whether you know me or not, I'm keeping it real with you. These people don't deserve you. You going the extra. You doing the most. You are doing the most. This is desperation. This is doing the most. Pretty much the same damn thing. You are doing the most. The same energy when reversed, right? You're doing the most for somebody or a group of individuals that do not deserve it. Aquarius, you need to treat yourself better. But no, seriously, you really need to hold yourself in a higher regard. I'm speaking to somebody out there. Crosswatcher, even if it is you, all right, wherever Aquarius lies in your chart, but you need to treat yourself and view yourself better. You honestly. Because these are actions, thus far, these are actions of, not the Emperor. That's not an action, and we'll get into that. This is not actions of somebody who is insecure and just doing things for people. We'll get into that in a few. But because that's your final card, so at least the reading ends off in a more so positive note. But yeah, these are your two cards that you got here. And again, Queen of Cups reverse, Temperance reverse. You are overextending yourself because there is some insecurity there. And you're doing it for people who do not deserve you pouring into their cup. You need to pour into your cup. When you're the Temperance reverse, you're not pouring into your cup. You're pouring into somebody else's cup, and these are people who do not deserve a fucking ounce, a fucking drop of whatever you pour into their damn cup. They don't. Not at all. But, as I stated before, it does end off, at least this energy, it does end off really well for you, alright? You're going to have more discipline, stability, and you're going to be more practical when it comes to your decision making, or I believe that you are. That is the energy of the Emperor. Someone who is stable, someone who is very disciplined, and somebody who can pretty much use their discernment. And I think after viewing this reading, after you finally realize that these people that you've been pouring into really aren't for you, you're going to realize, hey, listen, I'm going to pour into folks that deserve it. First of all, great. Congratulations. I'm glad you decided to do that. Before you do that, though, pour into yourself. The next time I see you, Aquarius, I want you to be like this. You see how this lovely person is pouring into their cup? I want you to look like this. All right? I don't want you to look like this, and I damn sure don't want you to be like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want you to pour into your cup. I want you to be able to discern who is and who isn't for you. And them folk that was using you, dead it in the water. If you don't want to stop it, you have to look within yourself and decide and come up with a reason as to why you don't want these people to not be a part of your life. Because I can tell you from experience, this is not what the reading is saying, this is from what my experience is saying. I can tell you from experience, you keep pouring into these folks who are ungrateful, they're not gonna wake up one day and be like, damn, I'm just using Aquarius and I'm gonna stop. Very, 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 very rarely will anybody who knows they're using somebody be the individual to say, I'm going to stop doing this because it's not right. Very rarely. I'm not going to say it never happens, because there have been one instance in my life where there was somebody in my life that came out and was like, damn, I'm going to reach out to you know, my name's Ernest, by the way. So, but I'm going to reach out to Ernest and let him know this is what I was doing, and I was fucked up for doing that. Very rarely, though. Very rarely, at least for me, very rarely has anybody who was using me and not appreciating the overextending I was doing for them, very rarely have they ever came out and was like, yo, I was wrong, and I'm going to stop it right now because you deserve better treatment. No, they kept doing. The reason why those situations stopped is because I finally realized what was happening. I finally admitted that I was being used in that way. I finally saw what was happening, and I said, hey, we're stopping this right now. And then those situations stopped. Some of them were easy stops because the person was like, oh shit, I'm scared now, so let me back off. Some people try to put up a fight, but you got to put up a bigger fight. That's the only way it's going to stop. And again, I'm speaking from experience here. The reading pretty much says, listen, you're overextending yourself, and you need to stop. And you need to do a better job at discerning who deserves all of the pouring, the kindness that you are doing for the other people. Who you need to be better at discerning who deserves that and who doesn't. And you also should, and this is me speaking once again, me being a hermit, but nah, this is me saying you need to go within and contextualize why is it that you're doing so much for people who don't deserve it. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. First week of September. I hope that you get it together. Like I said, the next time I see you, I want to see you like this. You know what I'm saying? Not like this. Okay? But that is your energy for the first week of September. Thanks for watching. If you are still watching, thanks for subscribing. If you decide to subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff. Once again, if you want a personal reading from yours truly, email me. I'll give you my services, the pricing, and then we'll go from there as far as scheduling how we're going to get this reading done. Okay? You email me or DM me. More so email, because I'm not on. If you find me on the social media platforms that I am on, I can tell you right now, the only one that is going to get immediate responses, only ones who are going to get immediate responses are LinkedIn and Facebook. And that's only because LinkedIn is the only social media app that I have on my phone, and Facebook Messenger is the only. I don't have the Facebook app, but Messenger is the only messaging, I guess, app that I have on my phone. So contact me via email. Everybody got email now. Contact me via email. Ask me, and again, we can go from there. All right, Aquarius. Listen, you deserve better than these folk using you, and I really want you to know that. All right. If you don't take away anything else from this message, at least take away the fact that the people that you're going the extra mile for do not deserve it. And you need to stop ahora right now. Okay? Until next time, until next video. Peace out.